Hello everyone, my name is Victoria Valier and I'll be discussing the National Organization for Women, also known as the NOW. The beginning. The Third National Conference of Commissions of the Status of Women was held in Washington, D.C. on June 28th to the 30th in 1966. The goal was to pass the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. The women who attended were told that they had no authority, not even to pass a resolution, but they were not about to let that stop them. There were already talks about starting an organization for women at this time. Annalise Clapp said 28 women met to set up a temporary organization for this purpose, to take action to bring women into full participation in the mainstream of American society now, assuming all the privileges and responsibilities thereof in true equality partnership with men. The NOW held their founding conference in 1966. The women in the picture to the right are the founder of the National Organization for Women and former presidents of the NOW. By October of the same year, they held their first meeting. 30 of their 300 members participated in this meeting, which nominations took place, filling the board. They created a statement of purpose about concerns addressing all women and women's lives. They also created a structure that's still to decide on amongst members that still runs along the same lines today. Thus, it gives the basic power to the membership as a whole in national conferences, and between such conferences, the national board of 35 members, 35 people, including the 5 national officers, will be free to act, meeting every 3 months. Between its meetings, the 5 officers will be free to execute agreed policy. There were different actions that took place. Task force were formed for each issue, which carried out the NOW agendas and activities. The first 7 task forces that the NOW created were the equal opportunity of employment, legal and political rights, education, women in poverty, the family, image of women, and women in religion. Some accomplishments for the National Organization for Women was that one of their members became the first black woman elected to the U.S. House of Representatives in 1968, and her name was Shirley Chisholm. She was also the first African American woman to run for president, and she was NOW's first presidential endorsement. In 1973, Congress and the President declared Women's Equality Day to be August 26th. Another thing is the Supreme Court prohibits sex-segregated employment advertisements after a 5-year campaign by the NOW in June of 1973. This is referring to the help wanted ads being separate for men and for women. They also helped pass a rape shield law. Last slide. Why the NOW is important. For a long time before 1966, women were feeling oppressed but failed to create the attention needed to make changes until this third national conference. Thus, this select group of women said enough is enough and created the NOW. They chose issues that were vital to women and the equality they deserved. When the NOW holds protests or walks, violence is not acceptable. Issues such as the right to an abortion or the right to take birth control are one of the many things that the NOW has worked on. They brought domestic violence into the forefront, creating the task force for battered women. Holding position in office was important to them, as Shirley did. The National Organization for Women still runs successfully today, empowering women, and the NOW promotes continuing education for young girls. That's it. Thank you very much.